My name's Nick Jankel. I'm a motivational speaker, a transformational speaker. And one of the topics I get asked to speak about a lot at the moment is how do we make virtual working work? Not just for when we're all in lockdown or all at home, but in the future, there's going to be a blend of working from home, working remotely, work in the office. And we all have to get our heads around how we make sense of working remotely. How do we make sense of how to balance our digital technologies with our human techniques? I actually think this is a much bigger challenge and opportunity than it first looks. We've all experienced some kind of Zoom overload, Zoom doom. Long calls which are exhausting, where we're not sure how to contribute best, what to do. We've all adapted around that. But I think one of the things that I love to share is that there are lots more technologies we can use that aren't conference calling. And rather than default to taking the real world 1 hour meeting and turning it into a virtual 1 hour meeting, or even longer, there are ways to chop up how we communicate and how we share what we need to be done, how we come up with ideas in all sorts of different platforms, and different technologies are available to us. So I like to talk about how we can use audio calls, for example, audio conferencing, but also asymmetric audio, where I record you a 1 minute or 30-second idea or problem or challenge or insight, and then you think about it, you listen to it when you have time, and then you share something back with me. And you can do that at the group level. There are now actual social media apps, especially for audio. Or you can think about messaging apps like Slack and Yammer and how to use those effectively. We can use all different types of technologies to find the right vehicle for the moment, whether it's a direction, a directive, whether it's a request, whether it's a question. And in fact, one of the things I like to share is how different types of communication require different forms of technology or fit best with different technologies. But stepping back a bit more, we have to understand that technology in some way always has the capacity to alienate us from ourselves and from each other, to disconnect us, to disassociate us from being right there present with someone in the room. So one of the things that I like to talk about is how we can use this moment in our technological evolution as a species, which has been accelerated by the pandemic, and will soon have AI and chatbots and blockchain everywhere we look, to go deeper into our uniquely human capabilities for creativity, for caring, for compassion, for collaboration. And this is a great moment to learn how best to reach out through the lens, through the screen, through the camera, as I'm doing with you now, to reach people, to reach their hearts, to help them feel strong, resilient, safe, so they can open up their minds, to feel creative, to feel resourceful, insightful, inspired, so that together, whether you're in the room or not, you can work in a collaborative, creative, co-creative way to rise up to the challenges of the times and adapt, transform, and evolve your project, your team, and your organization. And one of the transformation tools, the takeaway transformation tools I can leave with your audience for this subject is how to understand different types of communication in the communication transformation tool that I've created, and design different ways to communicate, whether it's through real world or through digital and virtual means, so you get what you need to get done, whilst understanding with empathy and respect what the other person or the group needs from you.